From snakes and tiny hats to giant chainsaws, everything in the universe that takes up space is made of matter. But what are the basic building blocks of matter? And what are the different groups that we classify them in? Today in this presentation, you will learn the answers to that and more. The basic building blocks of matter are atoms. But what are atoms made out of? There are 3 different subatomic particles that make up an atom. There are the protons, with positive charges, the electrons, with negative charges, and the neutrons, with neutral charges. Atoms are mostly empty space, but the center, otherwise known as the nucleus, contains protons and neutrons, while the outside is covered in electrons in different energy levels. The first energy level only holds 2 electrons, but the next holds 8. The outermost level holds electrons that are called valence electrons. Electrons move around the atom so fast that scientists use electron clouds, or places where the electrons are likely to be found, to show where the electrons are in an atom. Different types of atoms have different amounts of protons, neutrons, and electrons. But how do we classify this? Well, we use the periodic table of elements to classify the different types of atoms. Elements are substances that cannot be further broken down into other substances. The periodic table of elements organizes these elements by atomic numbers. Each element is represented by a box on the table. In the top left corner of the box is the element's atomic number. In the middle is the symbol. Under the symbol is the name. Under the name is the atomic mass. Some element symbols do not match their name because they are based off the Greek word for it. For example, gold symbol is Au. To find the number of protons or electrons in an atom, you must look at the element's atomic number. For example, oxygen's atomic number is 8, so there are 8 protons and 8 electrons. To find the number of neutrons in an element, you must look at its atomic mass. You must round the atomic mass into a whole number. For example, oxygen's rounded atomic mass is 16. Then you must take away either the number of protons or the number of electrons. So if you take away 8 from 16, you get 8. So there are 8 neutrons in oxygen atoms. In certain elements, their atom's outermost energy level is completely full. There are no extra electrons, and there is no missing of electrons. These elements are known as noble gases. They do not need to interact with any other elements because their shells are full. However, there are some unstable elements that wish to have a filled shell just like noble gases have. These elements either have 1 extra electron that they wish to get rid of, or they are missing 1 electron to complete their outer shell. If these 2 elements are combined, chemical bonding will occur, and the extra electron will be transferred to the shell that needs 1 more electron. When this happens, they both become stable because now their shells are filled. Thank you for watching this short presentation about matter and the elements.